Delicious, dazzling, and glamorous are just 3 words to describe our next guest's recipe. Whether it's an intimate dinner party, a birthday celebration, or a glamorous wedding day, cake designer Nancy Parent has recipes for any occasion. She's back here on the show. Nancy, I am so excited about these cupcakes.
And I'm excited to be
gorgeous.
back and to tell you about them, and they're really very easy. So these are some that I did in my studio, but I want to show you how you can do them at home pretty easily. And almost everything that you need you can find in the baking aisle at the grocery store, which I think is really helpful.
Yeah, one stop there, right?
Everything that I make always has to be edible.
Well, that's one of your daughter's rule, right?
Yes, it is. So I shopped for Milano cookies, which are the sole of the shoe, and pirouettes, which are the heel.
Okay.
We have normal chocolate chips that I just melted. And then in the baking aisle, you can find tips, and they're like $2.50 for an 18 star tip and a 5 round tip, which would be very helpful. You can also buy the little decorating bags and, of course, the cupcake papers. And then if you go to a craft store like Michael's or Joann's, you can find these things called sanding sugars, which come in such great colors.
This is the sparkle. This adds to
and the edible glitter.
Awesome.
And they do sell sanding sugars in the store. We just know them as decorating sugars. Like at Hanukkah you buy blue, and at Christmas you buy red and green. But the craft stores have lots extra. So let me show you. The only thing that you have to do is get cupcakes and buttercream, and I included a recipe for buttercream on the site. So the very first thing you do is you take a paring knife and you cut a little V-shaped divot, and you just take that out.
Now that is going to be for the heel, I would assume?
Nope, that's going to be for the sole. So we're just going to cut a little bit out. And then I'm going to be a lot smarter than I was at 2 o'clock this morning.
You were making it 2 this morning, getting ready for us.
I'm going to take just a tiny dab of chocolate and put it on the side where the divot is, because you're going to see in a few moments that we're going to lose sight of where that is.
Okay.
Now, I've taken a piping bag, and I use the disposable ones. I put the 18-inch tip in. You're going to twist it, and you're going to hold it with your palm, and all you're going to do is pipe a circle all the way around. Really easy.
Okay. It goes right into the divot, too.
Right into the divot. This one needs a little bit more. Okay. And what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to use sanding sugar. Now this is opal, and it has some other colors in there.
It's such a pretty, like purpley almost.
Has all different, whoops, look at there goes your set. I'll have to clean up afterwards. You can dip the cupcake in, but then you get icing in it, and I don't like to reuse it if it has icing. Now I'm going to take a Milano cookie, which is going to be our sole.
Okay.
I am again going to just pipe really easily from about 3/4 of the way down, up and around. Really easy. Again, without spilling this time. Do the sanding sugar. I'm going to dip it in the melted chocolate.
Which is the glue, more or less, right?
Right, and I'm going to find where that divot is by my little sheet there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And so far I have my little shoe. And now I'm going to take a pirouette. And I want to look and see where it should be. So it's about here. And I'm just going to take a very sharp knife, cut it, and then make a little angle. Dip it in my chocolate. I'm going to attach it.
Oh, that came together very quickly and very nicely.
And then I'm going to take my little 5. I'm going to make 2 loops.
Oh, how great.
And I have a little bow. And now I have a finished little shoe.
It's great.
On this one, I'm not going to use the sanding sugar. I'm going to use something that I don't care how old you are or how young you are, you love it. It's edible glitter. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to pipe on the Milano.
All right, dip it in the chocolate.
Find my divot, put it in.
Wow.
Now I'm going to take my glitter.
That is the prettiest thing ever. I love that.
And it's like a little Cinderella shoe. I just love it.
It's like a glass slipper. That's so great.
I know.
And while you make the heel there, let's put up some pictures, Nancy, and you can tell me about your works of art here that now how is this bird standing up? I know this is a cake.
This is a cake, and it's also my favorite bird, which I know seems very strange, but I love him. It has a pedestal on the bottom with a wire coming down, and then you carve the cake on top, and the head is Rice Krispie treats, and you decorate them, and then you create another leg that just kind of bends, and it looks harder than it is. I'm not supposed to say that, I think. I'm supposed to say it's the wonder of magic. This was a wedding cake I did for a darling couple, and I loved that she decided to do something more romantic and upbeat. She did the piping, which is very normal, but she made square tiers and she made them spirals, so it was much more updated.
I gotta ask you, how do you transport the big wedding cakes like that?
So a lot of people take them and decorate them there, and I just do not think that that is a good use of time. So
True.
it's all in the structure and making sure that you've got everything anchored, and usually a large dowel going all the way down the center.
A little architecture there, right?
And you give your husband, like, you know, a tranquilizer before he goes. This one was made for a father and a daughter who share a birthday, and they share a love of Doctor Who. So we made the TARDIS kind of spinning through time, and it was a big hit for them.
Wow, that's a lot of fun. Ooh.
This was probably one of my most adorable couples for this year, and they wanted something very different. So they wanted a chocolate cake with just some sunflowers and some piping, and it was simple,
but beautiful.
pretty.
Nancy, let's talk about some of the flavors, because you do have some unique flavors.
I love to do weird flavors. So this one is pumpkin spice with a lemon-scented cream cheese.
Ooh.
The pinks are, I have to think.
Raspberry, right?
They're lemon cupcakes with raspberry icing. The purples are chocolate with mocha latte.
Ooh. Do you have a favorite?
I love them all. Mocha latte, cappuccino, and blood orange are my favorites.
Nice.
The red are red velvet cupcakes with a lemon-scented cream cheese. The black are chocolate on chocolate. The white are vanilla on vanilla. So there's a little bit of something
A little
for
variety and lots of shoes here to choose from, right?
Right, absolutely.
Oh, this is fantastic. We're going to dig into these at the end of the show. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Well, the recipe over at WTNH.com. Coming up next, how you can help raise money for the fight against autism when we return.